Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. As I promised last time, we're starting today with capturing a Medley. We got lucky, and one sirloin did us. So, we're going to take the little fella with us. We are going to honestly get rid of the worm, just because it is literally a worm. So, welcome to the gang, little guy. I think I'll call you, uh, Um, about iron. Won't forget that. Looks good to me. So we'll take a look at his stats. Boom. Look at that defense. Kind of insane. However, note the HP. A whopping 5. It's ordinary, only knows Blaze. But still, that is A-okay. If you recall, last time we played Dragon Warrior Monsters, we did a whole bunch of looking around for monsters to complete the Queen's requests. We got a fair few new monsters, and even started working on, as you could tell, hunting a Medley, because, thanks to various guides and notes, I know it's coming up as one of her requests. So, here we were Medley hunting. Now, since last time, King did not gain his previous level of 20, but Toto did hit level 10, so he still has Step Guard and Map Magic. Very useful. I figure while we're still here, I do kind of want to go out of my way to try to get a Bullbird still. If you remember, we were trying to get one to breed with our Floraman, so that way we could make a Flora J to show the Queen. Otherwise, too, I have everyone on cautious. And I've actually been having a lot of luck on this floor trying to find Medleys, just because I found several encounters where it's just 2 Bullbirds. So if we can find that, that would be really useful. This, decidedly, is not that encounter. So we'll keep on cascading and working on those personalities. Because I figure if we can catch that Bullbird that we were after, that would set us up very nicely, assuming it's the right gender, to breed a Flora J, show that to the Queen, get the next monster that she wants, which I believe we also have monsters for. Specifically, the monster is the result of breeding a material with our wing tree. So, that should work out pretty well. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of materials. Between the Mud Doll and that Mad Candle we have, we should be good to go. So, I'm just hoping, realistically. Now, to be honest, I've been walking around here for a fair bit, just looking for monsters. So there's a good chance we might actually see the merchant on the next floor. Okay, with both of these monsters, let's try giving them a rib. I wouldn't mind recruiting either of these two. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Aqua spits White Air, goodbye Bullbird, and Saberman. Well, you know. But hey, King hits level 20, gaining 5 HP, 3 MP, 5 tech, 3 defense, 3 agility, 5 intelligence. Blaze Air becomes Scorching. I believe he had that same level last time. Frankly, I'm just going to move on to the next floor. And we will see if we can find that meat merchant. And if not, oh well. I figure we don't really have too many more chances to get the Bullbird, so we'll give it a fair shot. In worst case, if we really can't recruit the Bullbird, I might just go somewhere way easier and try to get, like, a Picky or something, or, like, a Big Roost. Just because I know they're fairly easy to recruit, all things considered. So, I would prefer to do that. Worst case, too, to be honest, I might just go to the first gate. Oh. I picked up all the items, so we got a priest. Alright, fair enough. Come on, buddy. Let's hash it out. But I think what honestly would be easiest at this point... Holy monster lineup. Wow. Is going to the first gate and pulling a similar strategy to recruiting our slime. I can just give like a rib to a Draki, and then we'll spend all of 5 seconds leveling up 10, breed that with our Floraman, ideally, and go from there. I think it's a wonderful plan. Otherwise, too, I'll probably breed the Material and Wing Tree to create the next monster after Flora J that the Queen wants to see, which is a Curse Lamp. So, we'll have that all set up. We'll have the Medley set up. It will be wonderful. We are on the fast track to getting the Queen's requests fairly completed. To be honest, she has a ton of them. And after the Medley, we've got quite a few goofy ones. So, you know. I might still try to keep on getting them, just because it's not too hard to get most of them, but we'll see what happens. Get a nice little free heal. And I figured it really didn't matter, I kind of just wanted the EXP, I'm not going to lie. Use our Warp Wing, and get the heck out of here. Thank you for flashing the screen. And let's go deposit some of our items, do some breeding real quick, and then get back on track to finding some more monsters. Again, namely the Draki, that'll just be the quickest. Because after the Flora J, Curse Lamp, and Medley, she's going to want to see a monster called Wild Ape, and then Hornbeat and Reaper. A lot of these monsters are fairly easy to obtain, if I'm being completely honest. The Wild Ape is just, I think it's one of those bunny things we've seen, the Almirage, and a dragon, so that's pretty easy. The Hornbeat you can get from a few different methods. I think the easiest one is from a bug we haven't seen yet, but I think we should be able to breed it just fine, so I'm not too worried. That's really the biggest one that I'm worried about, honestly, is the Hornbeat. Otherwise, the Reaper is also fairly easy. You just need a Spooky or a Hork, and then mix that with a Devil, and you're good to go. What was I doing? Oh, yes. I was buying a Warp Wing, because I would like to be able to leave the first dungeon without hassle. Still, already having the Medley secured is an immense weight off my chest, because getting a Medley is just an excessive pain. Trust me, I've done it many times before, and let me tell you, every single time, it's a pain. So having one already is just a whew, thank goodness kind of moment. Feels really good. Now, otherwise, we do need to make some space because, well, as we saw, we had to keep letting monsters go. Now, to be fair, we were getting a whole bunch of extra ones. But, seeing as this here farm is getting nice and full, and I'm putting on this goofy accent to try to mimic a southern farmer, you get the idea. We need to be breeding. So, let's get to it. Let's see here. I think we want to breed, I think it's Muddoll and Tree. That's why I was kind of happy to get them. Oh, they're both female. Okay. In that event, what was our candles also female? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Gonna have to take a bit of a deviation here, but that's fine. Seeing as our Muddoll is female, let's breed her. were you? You were the Flora man. Okay. Press. You're a dragon. It'll make an evil wand, which is a material. Frankly, good enough. This will actually fill out, get rid of plenty of monsters, so I'm all for it. Bit of an unforeseen hiccup, admittedly. But hey, it'll work out. Now we are going to need to level this thing up. So, yeah, oh, whoops. Whoopsies. Did not mean to hatch you. If you're a boy, it's all good. If not, I have to reset, which is why the saving is nice. It was a boy, though. We're good to go. We'll just name you Wand. So that way we don't forget about Jaboom. Good to go. And we'll take him with us. I think I'm gonna start leaving Aqua behind. As much as that pains me. Again, I love her to death, but to be honest, we need to keep King and Toto, because they're kind of our go-tos now. Also, oh my gosh, Toto, 200 intelligence? He's 55 away from maxing that. That is insane, oh my gosh, okay, awesome. Anyways, back on track. I figure King and Toto really need the EXP, and they also need a Cascade, so I'm gonna start bringing just them. Lone Wolf, Toto's a hot blood, that's awesome. So really, we barely even need to work on him, which is great. So, okay. Seeing as I want to level up the Evil Wand, to level 10 at least, because again, I really don't care about the levels of these monsters. We're just going to be using them and being done with it, and then pretty much foddering them off the second we can. So, again, bit of a heartless thing, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Being a monster master, appeasing the queen of your kingdom is a little tricky, so sometimes you gotta do some heartless things. But I figure we'll go to the arena gate, quick do a fight or two, get the wand to level 10, then go grab our Draki of choice. Ideally, what? Female one? I honestly kind of forget. Still, oh, perfect. Come here.
So, you're the master of Great Tree. I heard a lot about you.
I do really like the designs for the female fighters. Oh. Oh. We have a very insane opportunity here. As much as I hate doing this, I want to save that Iceman. Wand, you are no longer a concern of mine. The Lizard Man, negligible. The Slime Board, honestly? Also kind of awesome to see. However, I do not care. I care extremely about that Iceman. If we can recruit them, that is going to save us an immense amount of time. Okay. Now, I'm really hoping Toto won't be able to kill it in one hit, so I can give it a few ribs, but we're gonna have to see. Because if we can get that Iceman... Oh, King, buddy, no. Oh. Oh, that's rough. Wand hits level 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Wow, and 7? Okay. And we got the Iceman. Oh, baby. This is awesome. Okay, 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 okay. You know that Lava Man I was saving? Getting an Iceman is the exact reason I wanted to save them. Wow, you're level 12. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a bit rough, but it's fine. Namely, if we breed Iceman with Lava Man, that will create a very good monster called Gold Golem. This thing is insanely good. Now, the only problem is that, it takes a while to level, and evidently its parents aren't very good. So, although we can breed it, it might behoove us to catch more mad candles and try to actually get the stats of the Lava Man and Iceman to be a little better. Oh man, that is extremely exciting though. Okay. I did not expect to be doing that when we came here. So that is extremely, extremely good. Okay. I'm just surprised that actually worked with one rib. That's insane. Okay. This is really good. That just saved us a whole lot of redundancy in time. Because the only other way, for reference, to get an Iceman without a foreign tamer is to breed a Metal Drac. And then combine that with 2 certain monsters, I think it is. I think it's 2 monsters. It's ridiculous. In fact, let me look right now. Yeah, so we would have had to breed a Metal Drac with a Skullgon, which we could have gotten fairly easily from May with her Rayburn, or a White King. So we would have had to turn Toto into our Iceman. And that's a tall asking price. There is one other way, but it's so complicated I didn't even consider. So yeah, having Iceman, really good. Now the other problem too, oh my gosh, they're even the right gender. So for reference, if we do this, seems like a new monster. So yeah, if we were to breed them, we would create a new species of monster that even the Master Monster Tamer doesn't know about. He's lying, by the way, he totally knows about it, but you get the idea. It's meant to be super cool and exciting. Still, wow, that is such good luck. Okay, so we want to breed, I believe it was Wand and Tree. Yes, that will make Curse Lamp +2. Absolutely. And then we need to get a bird. While we're here, I figure we'll check the gender of our Floraman. So that way we know what gender of Dracky to grab. And I mean, to be honest, this kind of sidetracked me completely. Also, I will just hatch the Curse Lamp. We really don't need it to be any specific gender. In worst case, too, because it's a material, we could actually breed this with our Iceman or Lava Man to try to get some better stats. So this will actually work out pretty good. So let's name it Lamp. Just because, I don't know, it's cute. Why not? Boom. Good to go. Sure, why not? Come along, I guess. And then, what was their name? I think it was Floor? Yeah, okay. So we need a female Dracky. That should be easy enough to get. Take our quick little shortcut. Oh man, how incredibly lucky. 1 sirloin to get a metal slime. 1 rib to get an Iceman. Like, that is insane luck. For people who haven't played this game before, normally in order to soundly recruit a Medley, you generally have to give them 2 sirloins, and typically, from another monster tamer, you usually have to give them either like 4 or 5 ribs or like 2 sirloins minimum for like some of the better monsters. So I lucked out incredibly. Man, oh man, is that awesome. Although my batteries may have died in my GameCube Wave Bird, I'll take it. And besides, like I said, they're rechargeable. So, no loss to me, really. Anteater, I really don't care about you, if I'm being incredibly honest. Still, humorous and cascading. Now, admittedly, the EXP isn't going to be phenomenal, but what are you gonna do? So we're kind of just looking around for a Draki. It might even recruit itself, ironically, but I'm still gonna give it a rib, just because I would like to try to speed things along as best I can. There's a Draki. Hello. Wow, they even got the drop on us. Good attempt, good attempt. But, here, why don't you have a rib, and you just come over to us, alright? Thank you. King showing off his shiny barrier. Very cool. Goodbye, Draki. Plant gets level 2. Awesome. Oh, and we didn't get it? Really? Oh, man. Well, I had hoped it would work. To be honest, there's a good chance we might have to give it a rib or 2, which is obnoxious, to be completely honest, but it is what it is. So, you know, I figured it's the easiest monster to find and grab. It's a bird. It'll work. May not be the easiest for me, but we'll see. Mayhaps the game will decide I've had too much good luck. Hope not. Hello, little slime. We don't need you. We need your Draki pal. Worst case, maybe I'll go try to get the Skull Raven again. Or, not Skull Raven, Mad Raven. Again, there I go, mixing up Skullroo and Mad Raven. It really doesn't help that they're both together and both have skulls. Still, here we will look. Another Draki. Hello. Oh, another surprise attack. That's genuinely surprising. Let's see. Got a rib. Now, worst case, what I might have to do is set King and Toto to mixed, so they ideally try to use, like, a status ailment or something, not damage. Yeah, okay. So what do you both have? You have what? Barrier, okay. And, like, you could use kinda nothing, to be honest. Okay. Just go mixed with everyone. Cautious with Lamp there. Worst case, and I mean, this is really extreme, like, absolute worst case. I can go back, hatch one of our monsters, bring just that here, and go from there. Like, I mean, seriously, this is, like, total worst case scenario. But I'll give one more Draki a shot. Lamp will learn a level. Very good for Lamp. Love you, Lamp. But I mean, like, come on, this is getting a little ridiculous. Alright, one more Draki, one more shot. Have a rib. Ideally join us. If you don't, well, I'll be a little sad. But I mean, I'm trying to think of other birds we've encountered and not recruited, and the list is kind of slim, to be honest. Yeah, it just keeps not working. Okay. Alright, alright. You forced me. You forced my hand. You thought I wouldn't. But I will. So let's see. Lamp. How much? 45 attack? Ugh. Ironically, that's kind of steep for what we're doing. Huh. Okay. What skills do you have? Speed and upper? Actually, you know what? I hate admitting it. That'll work. So let's drop off King and Toto, if I can press buttons correctly. by you two, as much as this pains me. And then let's go... I don't have a warp wing. Still, I'm going to set lamp to mixed. That way, ideally, they will use speed and upper for a couple turns to get their stats up, and then they'll fight the Draki. That's what I'm hoping for. It might just realize that it's strong enough to one-shot the Draki, so we'll see what Lamp does. But I have high hopes. I have high hopes. In fact, I'm gonna buy 2 warp wings, just in case. Now, assuming we get the Draki, we level it up, boom, we make the Florija, we then can blast through several of the Queen's requests. Boom, we'll have the Florija, we'll have the Curse Lamp, we'll have the Medley. It's gonna be kinda awesome. So, that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if it'll work, but we can try. I figure also, where the heck am I going? Oh, I'm so used to turning the corner that there I go, just forgetting that, nope, we're just going to the same first little one. Check something, too. Figure while I'm here... Ironic. Well, I'll bring that up in a bit. Still, let's look around for a Draki. And I guess I say in a bit. While I'm walking around, I figure there's no better time to talk about. But if you remember that worm we had caught, I was like, oh, I won't need you, and I dismissed them. It turns out, yeah, the armor feed that we need to do some breeding is bred from a giant worm in a material. Go figure. Now, to be honest, it's not the end of the world. Also, perfect. Lamp is using upper. That's awesome. Now, there are other ways to get the armor feed. Because what did she want after that? She wanted a... Oh, right, it was Hornbeat that we were trying to get. So I can either go Armorpeed or 2 other monsters we haven't seen. So Armorpeed would be the easiest. I figure I'll give you a little sneak peek on how I can do things while I'm off gallivanting about and trying to figure out our next steps. But what I need to do is we need an Armorpeed to breed with a... what was it? With a Devil. So we're going to need a Devil at some point. But in order to get Armorpeed, we need to either have a Bug in an Iron Turret breed, which is another monster we haven't seen. I think we've seen it, but we haven't read it. Semantics. We also, or we can use a Droll in a Dragon, or a Giant Worm in a Material. Oh, don't do that. No. Yeah. Turns out, when I'm not paying attention, I'm really not paying attention. I deserve this. Hence why I bought the Warp Wing. Alright, I'll meet you back in there, because I'm a little dumb today. Alright, so as I was explaining before I tried to hit down and change our plan to actually fight the Draki, we need to get a whole bunch of different monsters to make the Armorpeed, which we will then breed the Armorpeed with another monster, specifically the, let's see here. Where is it? Oh yeah, with the Devil. So, what I'm thinking is we need to go bug hunting, essentially. So, one of the better ways to get Armorpeed is just Giant Worm and Material. But we already caught Giant Worms, so that won't help our, what the heck am I trying to say? Our captured monsters number. The list of monsters we've made our pals, right, for the library. Which is also what I'm kind of trying to consider. So, I'm thinking about going the route of making a Droll, which, if we get a Spooky, we can use any bug and Spooky to create our Droll, or we can use a butterfly, eider, or tail eater with a butterfly, eider, or tail eater to also just straight up create a droll. So I'm kind of thinking that's the best avenue, but we'll see. The male Draki got up and is looking at us. At this point, come along. We're just gonna do this right quick. Your name's Drawd. Enjoy. Come along, little Drawd. Let's use our warp wing. Get the heck out of here. 'Cause frankly, I'm sick of looking at it. And then we will go and grab our more proper monsters. Just because I would like to actually level things up. So let's pick up... Alright, for the sake of things, I'm just going to grab Aqua. Because there are 2 monsters I would like to level. I will put her in front. Set her to charge. The other 2 to cautious. Then we're going to hop in the arena for all of 5 seconds. Boom, get them both level 10. Go from there. I think it's a great plan. Then we will have Drawd breed with something. Get that something to level 10. Have it female. Make it Flora Man. Boom, we have our Flora J. We show the queen. We then show the queen the other 2 creatures. And begin our descent to creating our Wild Ape and Armor Bead. I don't have a warp wing. I'm gonna go grab that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We have our warp wings. Let's hop on in, grab some quick levels, etc., etc., etc. I'm honestly just kind of mad at myself that I fat-fingered the first Draki we were fighting, because I was so swept up in trying to explain how we're going to breed the next monster. Now, luckily, I really don't care about getting anyone else's personalities leveled, so I'm just gonna have Aqua do her thing. Drawd's going to die because he didn't defend for some unknown reason. Cool. Well, Lamp's gonna get a bunch of EXP, so good for you, Lamp. I'm sure you're gonna be a valuable asset. Nothing goes right today. Do I have... I do. Okay, well. The stupidest use of a world leaf you've ever seen, but there it is. Charge, cautious. Yeah, you were on cautious. Why didn't you defend? That's whatever. Also, too, Aqua, you should have used white air. Oh. This is stupid. Alright, let's do it, pal. You're like a dizzy person on a cliff. Yeah, look, I know. Aqua, can you just... Actually, hold up. That's ellipsy. We might be able to abuse that. I have 1 whole rib. Alright, whatever. Throw it a rib. Use white air, be done with it. Good enough, I figure. This is also assuming Aqua actually used it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, baby girl. I was really hoping you would, but sometimes I don't know with you. Alright, good enough. Decent EXP. Boom, Lamp is level 10. Learned, wow, Step Guard and Map Magic? Alright. Heck, had I known I could have got it now, I wouldn't have worried as much earlier. To be fair, I wanted it earlier. Drawd gets a bunch of levels. Boom, level 10, we're good to go. Alright, perfect. Got an extra warp wing and an intelligence seed. Awesome. Let's use that warp wing post haste. Boom. Get on out of here. Perfect. Gosh, this is just a goofy episode, let me tell you. It's all part of playing the game, and as far as I'm concerned, a necessary step in learning. So, you know. Gosh, brings you back, though, seeing a Draki on our team, huh? We haven't had one of those since, man, a while ago. Alright, hello, Mr. Master. We need to breed Drod with, honestly, anything. I'm really just kind of over it at this point. Mudron? You know what? Yeah. Looks good to me. Mad Raven +1. That's kind of hilarious considering that was my first pick for, what we were gonna use. Ironic, huh? Now, unfortunately, we will want to go evaluate it because we need to make sure it is female for our Floraman, because that was the current problem. Now, additionally, I really don't need to be bringing around Lamp, so maybe what I'll do is I'll hatch our Phoenix and start bringing that around with us. Oh yeah, our Unicorn. I forgot about that. Alright. Let's see. Healthy one, a girl. Perfect. Awesome. Let's get moving. Now, otherwise, what I plan on doing is pretty much bringing along our Phoenix and our new... What the heck did we even breed? Oh yeah, Mad Raven. I plan on bringing them along, breeding the Mad Raven with Floraman, making a 4J, and then we'll show the Queen. I'm also going to bring the Phoenix along, and honestly, I might spend a little time leveling that up, just because I would like to breed Aqua, finally. And if this is her last hurrah, so be it. Not breed, hatch. Hatch our Phoenix. Yes, sir. Now, to be honest, the only problem with this current plan is that I'm probably going to have to give King and Toto some treats. Not a bad thing. Now, honestly, I'm going to name him Fire, just because that's a cool name. Absolutely. Goodbye, Lamp. Love you, buddy. Don't need you. Alright. Back to the arena. Back to farming. I realize I have an entirely flying team, which is kind of hilarious. But, you get the idea. So what I plan on doing is getting MRAV to level 10, coming back, breeding that. Or, well, no, because that's already going to be a Flora thing. So no, never mind. I'm going to do all the farming right now, come back, do the breeding, bring the Flora J, Lamp, and our metally Iron, or whatever the heck I named him. I don't even remember. I think it was Iron. Maybe not. Anyways, it'll work out great. I'll see you all in a little bit. At least for me. For you guys, it'll be real quick. Well, while we were gaining levels, we managed to recruit a Rot Raven from another monster tamer. So, sure. Welcome aboard, Rotter. Because I'm just gonna name him like that. There we go. Looks good to me. I guess let's take a look at him. Level 26. Zombie. Beat, Vacuum Slash, and Bite Attack. Alright. Looks good to me. Otherwise, I'm more or less almost done with the farming that we're doing. I just wanted to get a couple more levels for Fire there, which he's looking pretty good, all things considered. He doesn't need too much more EXP, so I figure I'll finish up here and then meet you guys down by the Monster Master Tamer for some breeding. Alright, we are all back from our little expedition. Now, I gotta admit, I got insanely lucky with finding stuff. Take a look. We got a World Dew, 2 Elf Waters, 2 Attack Seeds, an Intelligence Seed, a Sirloin, 2 Tiny Metals on the same floor, as well as a Smart Book, which changes a monster's personality. That went incredibly well, and I'm kind of blown away by it. So, now we're going to do some breeding, and honestly, I think things went pretty darn well. At least, all things considered. Alright, so, Mad Raven, along with Floor. Flora J +2, thank goodness. Absolutely. After all, the Queen demands to see a Flora J, and unfortunately, our original partner Jay was a long time ago. So, I find it kind of odd that she requests to see a Flora J before or after a King Slime. You'd think it'd be a little later she wants the King Slime. But hey, whatever. We're just here to say yes, ma'am, and show her what she wants. So hello, Flora J number 2. I'm just gonna call you, you know what? FJ. But like spelled out. There you go. Looks good to me. I will say, FJ there will have some pretty good skills. Otherwise, is there anything else I want to hatch? Not specifically. But I think it's time to finally say goodbye to Aqua. Not Lava. But, where is he? With fire. Seems like a new monster. Yeah. Feel free to record this joyous event. Goodbye, Aqua. You were a darn good party member. I'm gonna miss you. It's sad seeing her go. But inside of the egg that her and Pyre made is a baby Rainhawk. An amazing bird. Let's hatch it. I don't really care what gender it is, because this is another one of those monsters that's kind of an end-all be-all regardless of what you do. So there it is. He's beautiful. Honestly, I think I'm just going to call him Rain. It's his name, it's descriptive of what he is. I like it. Though, you know what? I wonder if there's a cooler way if we do like Rain like that. It's cool. Alright. Come along, pal. So Rain here is a great big old beastie. He has some pretty awesome starting stats. He's lazy because of how I treated his father, but hey, not the end of the world. Now, otherwise, ironically, seeing as we just hatched him, we're going to go immediately bring him back to then, grab all the Queen's requests and get her next 3 done and out of the way, which is kind of impressive. Hey there, Julio. Let's drop off Rain for 2 seconds. We'll then pick up, where is he? We need a lamp, absolutely. And I believe we want iron, if memory serves. Oh, yep, I'll latch the ticket. So yeah, quite the lineup of monsters, but hey, anything for the Queen, I suppose. So down we go, and then up into her chambers. Because we went fairly out of our way to get all of these monsters for her. Now, the big issue about getting Rain is that we don't have anyone who can just obliterate monsters now, but King and Toto are getting up there, so I think they'll be able to help Rain get some levels. Otherwise, hey there, Queenie.
Oh, it's a Flora J. What a funny face. Well done. I'll give you a reward. This is an agility seed. Use it wisely.
Thanks. Do we have room for the other stuff? No, we don't. Alright, just get rid of all the basic stuff. I really don't care.
You listen to my request. I want to see a curse lamp. The curse lamp is filled with the curse of a flying plant.
Which is actually a really good hint as to how to breed it. as we used the wing tree. So pretty cool.
Oh, it's a curse lamp. Nasty. Well done for bringing it here. Here's your reward. This is a defense seed. Use it wisely.
Kind of funny that she's giving us things we've just been able to find, but hey, it's all useful.
You must comply with my next wish. I want to see a medley. Hard and shiny medley.
Well, you're in luck.
Oh, that's medley. How shiny. Well done for bringing it here. Here's your reward. It's a life acorn. Use it wisely.
Thank you. And for your next request, my queen?
You obey my command. I want to see a monster called Wild Ape from the Beast family.
So yeah, that one's going to take a little longer, if I'm gonna be honest. Namely because I just don't have any great monsters for that, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm sure our next quest for recruiting a bunch of monsters will bring us inevitably to recruiting that. Because after all, the wild ape is not terribly hard to get. I want to say it's just one of those little bunny things. Yeah, the Almirage mixed with a dragon. So that's fairly easy. We can probably get that. Honestly, probably next episode. I think I do want to keep working on the Queen's requests. I think they're pretty fun. So while we're here, let's grab King, drop off the other two, just because they are not a priority right now. We'll grab King and Toto, and of course, Rain. And then I plan on going monster hunting. So yeah, here's our new team. It's admittedly quite fierce. Despite King's blobby and adorable exterior, he's a warrior. Toto is a frickin' genius. And Rain, let me tell ya, he's gonna be very damaging. Now the only problem, I'm gonna have to start cascading again. Not the end of the world, but well, it's gonna take a little time. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna go deposit all of our goodies, and then next time we play Dragon Warrior Monsters, we're gonna go do some more monster recruiting and try to fulfill even more of the Queen's requests. We already have a fairly straightforward avenue for what we need to do. Catch an Almirage, breed it with a dragon. And then, what I plan on doing, seeing as we got lucky and got that Rot Raven, I think I'm going to use that to breed a Spooky with a slime, and then use that to create a Droll, mix the Droll with another bug, or I think it was a devil. Whatever it was. Point is, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna get all the good monsters for the Queen, and it's gonna be a darn good time. As always, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.